Hi, my name is Chris Roberts, along with my dad, Wayne Barnes, and brother, Waylon Barnes. We own WCW Design Company, a custom millwork company in Natalia, Texas. It was established July of 2011. It is a family-run business with 3 generations working here. We produce commercial and residential products. WCW Design Company has agreed to partner with Lytle High School in their PTECH grant to train students in the CNC Manufacturing Technician Program. In the video, you'll see different processes we use for building. We use computerized machinery along with traditional machinery that you've seen in the woodworking process. Along with the many employees we have, we manufacture, cut, mill, and finish all products on site. Along with that, we do installs at the sites throughout San Antonio area. Making our shop drawings, we go to the architecturals, and in architecturals we take what the architect has drawn on the floor plan here, and we'll take whatever they say on A26, and we'll flip over to their page just like a map, and here it is right here. So we'll convert this into our shop drawings. Then we submit our shop drawings to the architect for approval on our building process. And then once we submit them, the architect will get each page and make his notes for us. And we also show our part of how we fabricate our cabinets in our shop. Once he goes through and makes his notes, he'll do a final cover sheet, letting you know there's been attachments, revisions, and then sign for approval that we can proceed to build. And then it goes into our office for the CNC machine, taking the AutoCAD drawings and shop drawings and converting them into the CNC portion. Students will actually be involved in the drawing, the AutoCAD portion of all the drawing, and helping prepare all drawings for the architect for approval. And then once they are approved, take their drawings and convert them into the CNC machine language, which is a G code. From the CAD drawings that are produced in the office, they are transitioned into readable files for the CNC machines and changed into G code format so the CNC machines can read the programs. Programs are then transferred into the screenshots of all the different parts that will be ran and then loaded and started. And here you can see the different bits being transferred. It's a 8-bit tool changer that will transfer bits for different cuts. You go through putting in shelf pin holes. The machine will one by one poke each hole. Then it will go into the bit changer and change into the cutting heads after all holes are drilled. The cutting heads will put in dados to install backs. It will also put any fabrication holes and then do the outside cuts. The big hoses are all for the vacuum systems, in which suck up all sawdust and or hold down parts on the bottom. So as you see, the bit changers going through to put dados into the parts as they're being processed. And this will go through each one, putting in dados here, and also going in and changing bits to put the final cut on the outside of the parts. A dado is where the backs will slide into in the fabrication portion, in which we'll see later in the video. If it's capturing a back or another type of part for the fabrication process. These are the processes, are the different bits, and there's a view of all the different parts. It has the dados, the pinholes, and everything. Then all the parts are sorted and aligned and stacked into the different uppers, lowers, and which parts will then be processed to the sorting process and then to the edge bander. After all parts have been sorted, they are now prepped for the edge bander. The edge bander will basically glue on any type of edge for the finishing and building process. And here we have Selena prepping. It will start at one end of the machine and go down the conveyor belt. We'll cut the parts for the edging, break them to size, and then they're loaded through an auto feeder on the CNC machine. Once the temperature reaches the 174 mark, it is heated and the parts are fed into the feed tray, and the part will be then put on a conveyor belt at the beginning of the machine and will slowly go down. When it's going down the conveyor belt, it will be glued, trimmed, and polished all in one process. When the part is started, the guide wheels are spread apart for wider parts. It will go down. It's being glued on now. It's cut a little bit bigger on each side, up and down, and it's trimmed with the routers on each side. The dust collection is picking up any drop-offs, and then it's polished at the very end. And when it comes out the end, we now have a finished product ready for assembly, and the edge is put on. In the fabrication portion of it, once they come off the edge bander, you dress them up. You put the drawer glides on, the hinge plates, and this is where your hinges will attach to later. You check all edging, make sure they're all cleaned up, and then they go into the fabrication portion. Here, you put in the dividers, the rails, install the back, and get everything centered and ready for the drawers. Here they're prepping it for center point and also prepping for the back part to be slid down into the dados that were earlier cut on the CNC machine. You'll verify all dimensions are correct and then slide in the back. And that's sliding exactly in those dados right there. And those were all done by the CNC machine. Install all the hanging rails, install rails on the back of the cabinets. And at the same time these cabinets are being built, we also have the other process, which is the dovetail drawers. Our dovetail drawers are done on the CNC and then they're hammered together. And while one employee is preparing and producing the cabinet box, another one is preparing and producing the drawers. So they're being conducted at the same time. When the employees are centering the boxes, the drawers are being fabricated, and then once they're fabricated, they'll go onto the edge sander for squareness, and the drawer glides are put on. And this is a finished product ready for install. So now they can be installed in the cabinets prepared earlier or at the same time. Products are finished and pushed away, and then the doors are attached. The doors are attached through a bloom machine that bores all hinges the same each time and compressed into them. There's stops, so you push down, they'll drill the holes, then you attach the hinge to a presser and push a button and it will press in the hinge. Once the hinges are pressed in, then you'll proceed to go back to the same cabinet and clip in to the hinge base that was earlier installed on the cabinet parts. And then adjust with the adjustment screws in, out, up, down, and side to side. Along with our millwork products, we also do solid surface tops, which is an acrylic based product. And in this one, you can see comes in many different colors, shapes, sizes. And this one is a translucent type, which you can place light behind it and see whatever's behind, as in this demonstration. We use this product for many different items, such as cabinet faces, reception desk tops. Here we have a bathroom top, which also has an acrylic sink in place, and once it's completed, you can't even see the lines, they just flow. In the process, here's a kitchen sink being placed onto the same type of product. It's a 1/2 inch thick acrylic based product, and it's being assembled. And here Waylon is putting together and prepping a kitchen top. So it's all prepped, cut, and then you'll go through with a bonding glue that is specialized just for this product. It's a hardening special, almost like a Bondo, and it has a hardener and a gel that combine through these tubes. All surfaces are wiped clean with a denatured alcohol and then will be clamped together. Once the surfaces are cleaned, you'll put glue onto the surface as he preps the area, placing the glue all the way around and then clamping the sink in place. You have to use a tubed clamp with wood blocking to hold from the bottom to the top and allowing about 15 minutes dry time. Once the hardener is done, it will squeeze out and then sanded, routed, and cleaned for final prep. And here we're clamping, securing, centering the sink top. Along with our plastic laminate and solid surface products, we have a line of custom millwork products where we customize doors, custom cabinets, and any other type of wood products that a customer, entertainment centers, furniture pieces, and then they're moved down to the finishing department where we customize our own stain colors, and then the products are stained and then finished by our guys downstairs. They will put a sealer, a varnish, we also paint, but each part is sanded, prepped down there, and then has the finishing process done. What got me into it and wanting to work with students is to develop what I feel is a trade that is dying. So taking technology and moving into a craftsmanship of building products for people. So the average age of a true craftsman in the woodworking industry is anywhere from 40 to probably 55 years old, and we don't have the younger generation. So to develop a program with a school that could benefit the student leaving high school and making a good salary right from the get-go, because not everybody wants to go right into a university setting. They like the trade school learning environment. This will give them an option at a high school level to have that same opportunity and graduate making a good salary. Anywhere from starting is usually $12.50, top out anywhere from $30 to $40. It just depends on what process that they're looking for. If you're into more of the AutoCAD building, designing, of course you're going to make better salaries. If you just want to get into the building and never proceed anywhere else, top out anywhere from $20 to $25. But most salaries in it will start off at $12.50 on a developmental. Longevity. One thing with my son, he had talked about the oil fields and stuff right after graduation. However, I had shared with him in the 80s when the oil crisis and boom in Houston went out. It's a up and down market. With woodworking, construction, AutoCAD, architects, engineering, it's a field that doesn't change. It's always a need, and if not growing constantly. The San Antonio area, the construction industry is awesome. It just continues to grow and grow, and the need for builders never stops. And the nice thing about it is, I think in the past that many people have thought of the construction industry as a male-dominant type of industry, and it's really not. It's a female-male. You have the AutoCAD. In our shop, we have female and male workers, so it is not limited to gender by any means. The qualities needed would be someone that has a creative mind, because a lot of times you do have an architect and owner come in with their ideas, but you have to translate their ideas into a process in which it can be built. So you have to have a creative mind, and then also a side of you that is a perfectionist, because somebody is paying for this, they want a quality product. So just getting by, or oh no, it's okay. What would you personally want to pay for? Would you go buy a new car with a dent and go, oh, it's okay, you'll live with it. So you have to take the owner's view and create a vision for them and a quality product. So from start to finish, you will play in the design aspect all the way to the finished product, and at times even deal with the customers. So the creative side is a must, because sometimes as you get into it over the years, you will want to help them think about the most usable space. If it's a piece of furniture, entertainment center, using that space the best. If it's a pantry that a homeowner wants designed, what is the best design with the functional area they have? Even in a kitchen, sometimes we have older clients come in and this is a retirement home for them. Do they just want a shelf in the bottom, or do they want a pull-out drawer? So to have that creative side and knowledge of the field or the products we have and translate that into a usable product for the customer.